Let's go.
Legend Kevin Samuels passed away. And still, it doesn't feel like it's actually true. And of course, from time to time, we see mentions of his name, usually in good spirits and in good taste. But of course, there are people who are still jealous of Kevin Samuels and want to go around and spread lies. One of those people is Donovan Sharp.
Still beefing with Donovan. We're talking 7, 8. I get it. Some beefs cannot be resolved. I get it, because I got beef with some people that I will never put the gun down over. You know what I'm saying? That's fine. I get it. But I'm gonna go back to my original statement. Nobody has caused more friction and beefs behind the scene than O'Shea Duke Jackson, bar none. As much effort as he put into bringing people together, he's the very one that sowed seeds of division and put cracks and chinks in the armor of that thing called the Black Manosphere. Okay? If anybody deserves the ire and the blame, it would be him. And then Kevin Samuels is a close second. Those two behind the scenes created all types of shit, of terror and nonsense. But everyone's too scared to speak on it, because if you say something bad about Kevin, they're gonna come for you. O'Shea. Only thing O'Shea's gonna say is one of two things: I'm rich, and or I put you on. That ain't gonna work, bruh. That's not gonna work. Let's continue.
Another one of those people is Fresh and Fit. And really, it's only Myron of Fresh and Fit that still has some issue with Kevin Samuels. You see, Myron hated Kevin Samuels when he was living, going behind his back, talking about his sexuality, calling him the F-bomb. And for those of you who don't know, that was really a big part of the Abba and Preach beef. Kevin Samuels would also be insulted behind the scenes.
The same Kevin Samuels that told everybody to stop streaming. Not only did he tell y'all to stop streaming, he told y'all to stop streaming during his streaming hours. And Myron and Fresh said no. Everybody bent the knee to Kevin except Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit are not complicit, are not, they're not squeaky clean. You know, they got their ways about them, but the initial friction began because they said no to Kevin Samuels, telling everybody else, hey, y'all stream when I get done. Right? Remember, Kevin kept giving them grief, put Donovan Sharp in the middle because he was cool with both of them. And Donovan Sharp was the middleman, but like Kevin would tell Donovan, hey, tell them that clip I was in, pull it or give me the monies generated from it. Fresh and them they capitulated and say, yo, fine, here's the money. He's like, no, I want the footage too. But Fresh and Fit said, no, we're going to stream when we're going to stream. Everyone else is like, okay, Kevin. Okay, let's continue.
Just like Abba and Preach did after doing the collaboration. And Nash returned.
And then y'all use Abba and Preach as a proxy to go at Fresh and Fit because they were the only people that were big enough to go at Fresh and Fit because Kevin would never respond. The Kevin Defense Force, all you niggas fought his battles for him. You never sat back and said, no, let Thanos hand. In Endgame, the Hulk, when they crashed the ship and Homeboy's he wanted to go fight Hulk. And the weird guy was like, no. He said, no, let Thanos do this. Y'all ain't never seen Kevin fight his own battles, ever. Y'all ain't never sat back and said, hey, no, Kev, you take it, big dog. We want to see you in action. You ain't never seen that. All you little minions and powder puffs jump to the front to defend Kevin, and he wouldn't defend y'all for shit. He never defended none of y'all. None of you. He defended none of y'all. Let's continue.
Kevin Samuels and Abba and Preach against Fresh and Fit. But then there's this whole situation that Myron has gone viral about, talking about Kevin Samuels.
And I really dislike to even say this, but the truth is the truth, and I kind of have to say it. The reason why the Black Manosphere died, right, is simply because Kevin Samuels didn't put his people on. Just gonna be honest about it.
Now, where's the line? What he said? You know what Kevin Samuels went and did? He created a super team. He said, hey, let me pick a big dog from that region. Let me pick a big dog from that region. He did what Vince McMahon did with all the talent, the wrestling talent. He went to every region, took their biggest stars, and brought them to the WWE. That's what he did. Myron, MTR was already on. Dennis Sperling had his own lane. Elite Attorney had his own lane. right? They were already kind of big fish in their own little ponds. And Kevin said, let me find the best and the brightest so we can come together collectively, do this 4 horsemen thing, and ride off into the sunset. Where's the lie of what Myron said? Because y'all can't name not one person that Kevin Samuels put on. And don't give me no damn book shout out for Obsidian. That's not putting nobody on. Since we're gonna, if you want to set the standard of what putting somebody on means, a book shout out ain't cutting it. But let's come on. Let's get with this. Let's get with this. Let's go.
He became famous. He blew up. He didn't, extend the ladder back and put his guys on.
He sure didn't. But let's continue.
And it died. That's just what happened. Once he got into the mainstream, he didn't bring anybody up with him. And that's the cold hard truth. I hate to say that, but it's the truth. And for us, we adopted a little bit of different mindset where we're gonna blow up and we're gonna bring everybody up that came alongside us. And I've seen, everyone go off on their own and, build really successful independent channels. Everyone here is well over 100,000, where, before that was unheard of in the manosphere, right? So I think from this point forward, right, sticking together and doing periodic podcasts like this, we're
Obsidian's still on Rumble. Still banned from YouTube. Yeah, but they let everybody else come back. They let the Chomo come back. They let Cynthia G come back. Nyla got it with Tasha K. Right? The only one from the class of 2000 is Obsidian. He ain't come back yet. But let's continue. Because I'm dying to hear O'Shea's take on this. Because the truth is the truth. Kevin put nobody on. Those 3 guys that he picked out that happened to be all 6 feet plus tall, they were already on. They already had their brands. They already had their little cult followings. They didn't need to be put on by anybody. They had their own. Let's go.
Where guys are able to comment on culture, current events, etc., because things are changing rapidly.
Stop the cap.
But wait, there's more.
Every year, something new is going on, right? 2020, it was a TikTok boom. 2021, it was a pandemic and dealing with that. 2022, Trump is going to run again. Like, every year, there's like a new thing going on. And the thing is with the Red Pill, it's not just women. It's the truth in general, right? You can apply it to so many different endeavors. So that's what I noticed was, the one thing on the Kevin Samuels legacy that I wish he did was put on his people. And he simply didn't. He simply did it. It's just the truth, and it sucks. Maybe he didn't have enough time. Maybe that was the plan before he passed away. I know that he had something going on, but what I will say is when he did those Nicki Minaj collabs, when he did those big events, there was no shout out to anybody from the sphere, and it
nobody. And don't tell me, well, go read somebody's book. Go read such and such book. That's not putting anybody on. Stop. Let's not change the definition of what putting on means. A shout out is a shout out. That's not putting anybody on. That's not a cosign. Let's go.
Kills me because like a guy like Donovan Sharp platformed him like 80 times and he never shouted him out. And I always was like, what the hell? Right? And I was like, we're not going to do that. So I think, we absolutely need to stand united and do periodic shows like this.
Let me address this whole idea that when Kevin Samuels got on, he didn't put enough people on. That's crazy because you know who Kevin Samuels put on the most? Drum roll, please.
Who?
Fresh and Fit themselves.
Huh? Oh my God.
I've done video about this. And even this guy Marlon.
Fresh and Fit were already So everybody collabing is putting. So now we're gonna change the definition. They were collabing. That's a collab. That's not putting. Whose set is this? Is that Kevin Samuels' set? Whose table is this? That says Fresh and Fit. That means Kevin went to Miami to go see them. Yeah? Right? How are you putting somebody on? They're coming to you. He flew to see them. That's their microphones. Right? Their producer. And Chris is somewhere in the cut. What are you talking about? Using their internet. Using their electricity. What do you mean? Put somebody on how? That says Fresh and Fit Podcast. How do you put on somebody that you go to their platform? How does that work? Help me understand something. How does that work, O'Shea? How does that work? How come O'Shea doesn't? You know what? I'm gonna say that for later. Let me stop.
Know about this. And even this guy Marlon, who comments below on Twitter, he says, "Didn't Kevin bring up Fresh and Fit?" Yes, he did. You see, when Fresh and Fit were a struggling podcast and couldn't get any views, want to know who flew out to Miami with their own money? It was.
Then y'all gonna have to go back and watch those old lives of Fresh and Fit to define what struggle was. Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging. Let's not do revisionist history for those that came for these Johnny come latelys. You better talk to these motherfuckers that were there at the time, hearing all y'all back chat whispers and all y'all making maneuvers trying to, blackball people from not blowing up or whatever the case may. Y'all picking choosing favorites to work with. Yeah, that was O'Shea and Kevin picking and choosing who they want to see succeed and not. That's another story for another day. But let's continue.
Kevin Samuels. And you want to know what Fresh and Fit did? They wanted to compete with Kevin Samuels with his same time slot. You see, Kevin Samuels made Fresh and Fit a lot of money. And to be honest, Kevin Samuels made O'Shea Duke Jackson a lot of money. And my growth that I had during the time that he was living, I wouldn't have.
So who owns time slots? We've only heard one person ever tell people don't stream during my time slot. That was Kevin. We've never heard anybody ever say anything remotely close to that. Right? We've never heard anybody ever say, hey, don't stream when I'm streaming. Only Kevin said that. So we own time slots now? So you mean to tell me NBC told ABC, CBS, and Fox don't stream, don't run programs during our programming slot? The 8 to 9 slot is ours. Don't do any programming. Do you know how idiotic that sounds? How the fuck you gonna tell somebody what time to stream their content, their program on? You guys are insane. And everybody too scared to say this shit to O'Shea. Nigga, you're so lost in the sauce, it's not even, it's sad at this point. You've become a former shell of yourself. You don't know what, man, just stick to that goddamn celebrity content, nigga, and just leave everybody else the fuck alone. This ain't it. Once again, but it's too many cowards that they're too scared to say, O'Shea, you're the problem. Yes, O'Shea, as great of an accomplishment you made bringing all of us together, you are one of the main reasons why it's dead in the ground now. That's it, that's all. That's all. But come on.
Been as nearly as good if Kevin Samuels wouldn't have been shouting me out at that time. A lot of the people who know about me now know about me because Kevin Samuels. Now stop the show. That's not saying that I'm not a legendary creator, because as you can see with these views, I got over 300 million. So we're gonna just keep it real. Can I get an ooh sound effect? But I was able to do things for my family because of Kevin Samuels. I will never deny that. And if Kevin Samuels had that impact on me, and to be honest, we never collaborated on his channel because we never needed to. That man never needed to do that because he did enough for me already. But
so Kevin gave everybody, he would pick and choose which content creators could use his content. That's what he did, y'all. For all you Johnny come latelys, and for all you people not privy to all the politics and the great Game of Thrones behind the scenes, Kevin would pick and choose who he would allow to use his content. And if you weren't not chosen, you couldn't use his content. He would flag your channel. You get a copyright strike. Yeah. How come Ramil doesn't have 100,000 subs? Kevin Samuels was on Ramil long before he was on Fresh and Fit. What happened there? Why didn't he put Ramil on? Why not? What happened? It was called The Lion's Den, right? It's called The Lion's Den. They did a show together a couple times called The Lion's Den. How come Kevin ain't put nobody on? Oh, that's right, because he was a nobody back then. That's right. When Ramil had him on, he was a nobody. Niggas wasn't filling the suits. What? Put on the suit? Cut my hair? What you talking about? They used to call him a sissy. They would go over there to he would be on BGS Coliseum. They would go jump him, and BGS would be like, hey, no, y'all leave Kevin alone. He's cool. BGS would have to go over there, run interference, because everybody was like, we ain't buying what you selling, bruh. All right, let's continue. If he collaborated with you, you were going to do well. Just ask Fresh and Fit. And the second point I want to bring up, the Black Manosphere fell off because Kevin Samuels didn't put their people on. I'm gonna also look at this. All these dudes had their own lane. These dudes did not need to be put on. Okay? By the time MTR came to O'Shea, he was already at 100,000. lead attorney was well on his way to 100,000. This is before everybody. Stop. I remember watching this dude when he used to talk about men's rights and stuff. Right? When nobody would watch the lead attorney, he would talk about men's stuff, like the law pertaining to men, how you protect yourself. Like he used to be heavy into men rights. Not anymore. Nobody watched him back then. They didn't want to hear that shit. Oh, you about helping men? Fuck out of here, man. You don't want to hear that. Yeah, Fresh and Fit had been popping. Nobody put them on. This is crazy. But once again, this sounds nice to you new folk. If you weren't privy to the behind the scenes BS, it sounds nice. No, there's a lot of us that were there. A lot of us wasn't tripping, didn't say anything because it had nothing to do with us. We didn't give a damn, whatever the case may be. But there was a lot of us getting, information like, oh. So that's what that meant, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. Come on.
So call cap on that, because the people who put folks into the Black Manosphere was not necessarily Kevin Samuels. It was me. And if anything, Kevin Samuels brought more notoriety and fame to the Black Manosphere than anybody ever did. He did the most for it. How did the Black Manosphere respond? Well, they hated on him. And it's interesting because there was a guy that's actually on the stream with Myron, who I won't name, that had a lot to say about Kevin Samuels.
That was angry, man. Everybody hated his guts. Because when the men there was that infamous live stream when he said, well, buy me out, give me $1 million and I'll talk about I'll stop talking about women. He made a threat to everybody. Well, buy me out, 1.2 million, 1.3, whatever. It was $1 million. Give him $1 million and he'll stop talking about women. Because his complaint was the men don't support. That's why he switched talking to women, because the men didn't see value in his content. So you know what he does? Like most marketing companies do, they go to the women because they're the ones that spend on everything. That's why all your marketing firms spend money on how to cater to women. Most companies spend money on how to cater to women. How can I get the women to buy this product? Because men be like, we ain't going. All right, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Let's not do this. Don't let O'Shea get away with this, y'all. Do not let O'Shea get away with this. So what, you in Uganda? So what? And do not let him get away with. Yeah, Solo TV 84. Yeah, shout out to him. Y'all kicked him to the curb so quick. He was an integral part of blowing up the Manosphere. He was the one that found Fresh and Fit to begin with. Like, Solo worked with a lot of people. Solo put a lot of people on. Shout out to him. Nobody talks about Solo TV 84. Y'all treated him like a redheaded stepchild. Y'all treated that man so fucking bad. Now, was he kind of, for whatever reason, if you didn't think he was a cool guy, or he talked about white women too much, but I don't forget what he did for that space. I don't forget the moves and maneuvers he made and the people he reached out to at the behest of the space. I remember. I'm gonna give him his flowers. Y'all treated him horribly. Still, some of y'all act like y'all never heard of Solo TV 84. Okay, come on. Shit, you know what? Solo TV 84 is the Irv Gotti of the Manosphere, because he gave you Fresh and Fit. You may not like it, but right now Fresh and Fit is the only thing y'all got keeping that thing afloat. He's the only thing keeping that space afloat is them. Despite being deplatformed, being demonetized, being shadow banned, they're the only two guys keeping that thing afloat. But come on, let's continue.
When Kevin was living. And as soon as Kevin Samuels died, that guy was singing Kevin Samuels' praises. I'll let you figure it out. A whole bunch of guys turned on Kevin Samuels. A bunch of them, all right? A lot of them. If you really want to be honest about it, a lot of them turned on Kevin. And then once Kevin died, then all of a sudden, they're going to act like we didn't know. See, a lot of people were jealous of Kevin Samuels' success in the Black Manosphere. We're going to be honest, okay? A lot of people. Let me give you an example. There was a time where Kevin Samuels, Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews, and the lead attorney, and Dennis Sperling.
That man believed so much in y'all's endeavors, he would even show up to y'all's little event. Okay? Kevin Samuels had ulterior motives. He never believed in y'all's event. He never believed in y'all's space, y'all's mission. He wouldn't even show up to y'all little event. You're in the same city. How you throw an event in the same city he lives in and he don't show up? Huh? And since O'Shea talking smack, how come you didn't fly to his funeral, O'Shea? COVID had been lifted by then. Wait. How come y'all don't ask O'Shea, well, nigga, why didn't you fly to his funeral? The COVID restrictions had been lifted by then. Why is Anton Daniels the only person that we can recognize at his funeral? You said he was your friend. Huh? What are we talking about? Did you go to your other little buddy's funeral? The little nigga that died drinking and driving? Did you go to his funeral too? I mean, we're gonna talk about it. Let's talk about it. Y'all sit here cowering, scared of these niggas. Fuck these niggas, man. They ain't nobody. What they gonna do? It's the same Kevin Samuels that would spend day and night talking bad to hood rats, right? And say the majority of women this and this and this and that. Okay, and you get in front of Nicki Minaj and you bend the knee. And I know y'all was so conflicted. Like, damn, what do you mean? Kevin, how could you? What do you mean? And y'all was trying to frame it. Well, no, that's business. That's good politics, man. Because if he would have went in on her, you know, whatever. What the fuck you mean? This is what you believe in, right? This is the principle you stand on as a man. So what you talking about? Why you worried? So you worried about the retort of a woman? You supposed to be the super duper, super lyrical, you know, high value dude. Got y'all scrambling to fit a narrative and parameters that he didn't even match at the time. Got y'all questioning how much money y'all bring home a month. Can you afford to keep your woman? Got y'all questioning yourselves over some parameters he didn't even measure up to. Y'all niggas were killing yourselves trying to fit this 666 shit. 6 feet, 6 figures, 6-pack. Are you kidding me? The whole time this man's the emperor with no clothes. The whole time this man's the damn Wizard of Oz. Oh, nigga, you ain't about shit. I see past the veil. Oh, let's continue.
All met up in New York City. There was a guy in the Black Manosphere, very popular guy. I don't want to bring up his name. Was upset because Kevin Samuels didn't invite him. And
that was Obsidian. Nobody twerked harder. Nobody swung their pom-poms harder. Nobody called this man Saint Kevin. Obsidian did that. Sung this man's praises every day, every night. And how does Kevin thank him? Oh yeah, go get his book, y'all. Because he knew aesthetically Obsidian didn't match what he was trying to. All these guys are 6 feet, 6'1", 6 whatever. Obsidian's what, 5'7", 5'8". You walk with a cane, and you got teeth issues, and you're not a good looking man. You're not a good looking man, sir. Y'all sitting here telling me that looks don't matter with men. Yes, the fuck it does. You see it right here, don't you? You see it right here, don't you? Slide looks don't. Yes, the hell it does. That's why half you niggas don't came up to begin with. Come on. Yeah, right. Matter of fact, let me get these super chats real quick. Bray J, thank you for the 5. Obsidian is number 3 for messing up the manosphere and being KS's guard dog. He kept his mouth shut when Tom Lakers went to Twitter to dance on KS's grave. Hey. Tom Lakers did that. Shout out to Tom Lakers. RC, thank you for the 20, bro. He said Kevin Samuels was an opportunist. He only used the Black Manosphere as a springboard for bigger opportunities. He lied about everything, to his car, to his job. He was a social chameleon. Perfectly stated. Perfectly stated. Wait. Jay Jermaine, come on, don't do me like that, bro. This is personal for you, Sly. Hey, you know what? You know what it is? It's when you're privy to stuff, but you have no dog in the fight. Like when I tell you I had no dog in the fight between Fresh and Fit, Donovan versus Kevin, I legit had no dog in the fight. I didn't care. And the two times I went up there to critique Kevin, I got shut down. So I already knew what time it was. I remember it was the suit debate. I said, man, no one's trying to wear suits. I said, suits are the epitome of the ultimate crook, the ultimate huckster, the ultimate grifter. No one's trying to wear suits. It reminds people of, of bankers and preachers and stuff. Nobody wants to be reminded of how much of a crook you really are. Right? And I would never go to BGS because me and BGS didn't get along at all. Because he said, all y'all are products of sex farms from slavery. Somehow 30, 40 million of y'all were produced by 400,000 slaves having sex all the damn time. I was like, I can't deal with these people. These people are not real. This ain't real life to me. So I was well aware of the Donovan, O'Shea, Angry, all their little dirty secrets was getting sent. I didn't care. It was not a big deal to me. But now I see that people are kind of pulling their heads out the sand and say this is a good time to kind of to rewrite history. No. There's a few of us that were there. There's a few of us that were there that were, getting intel behind the scenes and see how y'all really move and maneuver. I personally don't give a shit. But this is funny to me. O'Shea is full of shit. Sorry. He's the biggest walking hypocrite there is right now. But come on, let's continue. We're halfway through this and I'm gonna get out of here.
And again, this is another guy that Kevin Samuels shouted out, and he got a whole bunch of book sales. He made a lot of money on Amazon. He didn't give Kevin Samuels any money, but he was upset because he wasn't there. Kevin didn't owe the Black Manosphere anything. Yeah, it was.
Okay. Once again, you Negroes that shed blood, sweat, and tears for this man. This man didn't owe you anything. Okay. Okay. That's what O'Shea is saying. Kevin Samuels didn't owe y'all anything. That's what I'm going to call this video. I'm going to chop this up and call it Kevin Samuels didn't owe the Black Manosphere nothing. And it's funny how the universe works. Because this man had clearly no positive intentions. And the universe said, you know what? No. Let's go get you up out of here. Because there's nothing positive about you. There's nothing positive about you. And the fact that none of y'all niggas went to his funeral tells me everything I need to know. Except Anton. The fact that none of y'all went to his funeral tells me everything I need to know about this man. Y'all didn't think that highly of. No, we're going to get you up out of here, bro. Universe said, come on. You're doing too much. Come on, let's get you up out of here. Yeah? Right? The same archetype of men that he would critique, the Futures, right? Because Future is a Pookie. He's got 8 kids by how many different women? No, he's got more than 8 kids, right? Future is the stereotypical Pookie, right? The same type of man that he would tell y'all, ew. And now you cavorting with him and being in his music videos and shit. Cool. Because, listen, after that Atlanta episode, he was out of here. There's going to be no more live streaming from him. Okay, go rewatch that Atlanta episode. It was a good episode. He did good. I can't front. He did good. He was out of here. The number you have reached is no longer a working number. If you feel you reach this number in error, please call back and try again. Y'all's about to get hit with that. The number you work is no longer working in service. You was about to get hit with them type of shit, them type of messages. Come on, let's go. Let's continue.
Was the community that he came up in, but he didn't owe the Black Manosphere anything. He did enough for it when he was living. But in Black Manosphere fashion, at the time, many of the content creators dropped the ball. It wasn't his fault. A lot of guys who were cool with Kevin Samuels when he was not doing well and was struggling, they got upset when Kevin got to fame. Because Kevin, quote unquote, stole my idea.
You mean the same Kevin that lied to y'all about having cancer, being a chemical engineer, having oil patents, was a black belt, fought in underground fight clubs, was a bouncer. The same Kevin, oh, y'all believed he owned a McLaren 720S on Instagram because y'all stupid, because you don't know cars. What else did he lie about? What else did Kevin lie about? Oh, his living arrangement. He had an old ass BMW that leaked oil, and the white lady was getting tired of him and his oil stains in front of her driveway because he's renting a room from the woman. And oh, the white woman also said he was late on paying his part of the electrical bills because he was up streaming all night, running up the electricity. That same Kevin, this the same nigga you talking about? This nigga didn't live long enough to enjoy the fruits of his labor. That's a waste. That's a waste. So I'll say this. There's hope for you guys that haven't popped at 50. Because Kevin didn't pop until he was 50, what, 2? So there's still hope for some of y'all. But the man didn't even live long enough to enjoy the fruits of it. He couldn't even stunt on y'all properly. That's a cruel joke life done played on him and y'all. Life said, nah, we ain't gonna keep you long around. You can't stunt on these niggas. No. Get your ass up out of here. Get up out of here. Hey, Grim. Hey, come get this nigga. You know, Grim Reaper. Hey, GR, come get this guy. Come get him out of here. Time's up. The big man said, punch his clock. Yeah? Come on, let's go.
Yes, or Kevin Samuels stole.
Oh, yeah. The same guy that was stealing perfume and from the stores and... Come on, all right, come on.
My talking points. Now, I'll be honest, there was a time that Kevin Samuels took some verbiage from Tommy Sotomayor, and I believe from other creators, and kind of mixed it around, and, didn't give a person a shout out for doing what they were doing, but that was few and far.
That's not what he said. He even said when people were calling him out for stealing ARC stuff, he'd say the name of it, but wouldn't say the author. And he'd be like, yeah, I stole it. That's blatant disrespect, O'Shea. Come, you know what? That's okay. I'm here to say what y'all scared to say, cause what you gonna do? Okay, come on.
Or in between. Now, should he have done something like that? Of course. But hey, if they were not cool at the time because you insulted him, he wouldn't do that. You want to know the reason why the Black Manosphere fell apart? It had nothing to do with Kevin Samuels. Kevin put everybody on notice. All of the people that Kevin used to shout out all the time were getting subscribers and were getting new people.
Shout outs is not putting nobody on, O'Shea. And you know. I'm glad it's come to this. I'm glad the ship has sunk. I'm glad the iceberg of life came through and ripped a hole in its hull. I'm glad. Because y'all was living in a fantasy world through this man. And reality is like, no, this is not how it really works. Sorry.
Want to know who destroyed the Black Manosphere? Black men destroyed the Black Manosphere. Because you want to know why? We couldn't get along. That's the guy's...
No. Certain types of you black men did that. That wasn't all black men. Certain types of you money-hungry, ego-driven, megalomaniacal, narcissists, just sociopaths. That's the type of men that destroyed that space.
That's true. Rewind! There was a time in like 2016 where Crystalline Karasin tried to get everybody in the Black Manosphere shut down. Kevin wasn't one of those creators, but I was one of them. Other guys were one of them. There was this infamous hit list. And of course, it didn't work. A few people lost their channels, but they were able to come back. I almost lost my channel and was able to come back. I didn't lose it, but I almost did. And I just want to say, once we were able to get over the Crystalline Karasin thing, we started fighting each other. I'm not gonna lie, I started fighting with people. I had a really big beef with people. Want to be real? It's true. I definitely didn't do the best things that I could do. I made some mistakes myself. So we dropped the ball. And eventually, I left the Black Manosphere for the same reasons that Kevin Samuels did, because it stopped being about what we wanted to be about.
Well, whose fault is that? You guys were the leaders, right? You guys were the management. You guys were the leaders. You guys were at the top of the mountain. So now you're blaming the society you created, the culture you created, like it's the underlings' fault. You guys were the leaders. So, you know what? Okay, come on.
I worked with a lot of creators in the Black Manosphere, and I'm not perfect. But again, it became for like begging for super chats. It became like begging for cash apps. It just wasn't as much about black men as it was before, and it wasn't really productive.
That's when the super chats first came in, y'all. 2018 is when super chats first came in. Came on online. Became active because we didn't know what a super chat was. That's what happened. And I remember that night that Angry Man and Angry Man and O'Shea fell out. We were all there. But let's continue.
And there was just a whole bunch of guys fighting. And I left it. And then once I left it for the very same reasons that he left it, I left it a little bit later. Hey, the Black Manosphere guys died on their own. Well, died on its own. Some guys got deplatformed and never came back. And, we all had different motives. The one thing that the Black Manosphere just had in common was just calling out black female issues and problems with black women. But there was really no plan about working with black men or working with black people. And that was just something that Kevin wanted to do. It was something that we wanted to do. We didn't hate our people. I mean, we used to roast the women and things like that. But the Black Manosphere failed because of black men. We ruined the black men.
No. Don't say we. We ain't French. No, you guys did. You specific type of black men ruined that space. Now it's in disarray. Now you got warring factions that splinter off, these splinter groups. Every man's for themselves. There's no cohesion. And now you're getting swallowed up by these new guys that, don't know the history, don't care to know the history, just want to use whatever has been said before to their own advantage to defeat their audience. And y'all getting swallowed up, eaten alive. And basically will be forgotten. You know what I wish O'Shea would do? I wish he would put all those old rumbles, start a brand new channel, just off in the cut somewhere, and just put all those old rumbles up. You want to preserve the history? You want to see where everything came from? But how all you who created hip hop ass niggas, you want to do that Manosphere shit? Create a whole brand new channel and just put all the rumbles up, and just leave it there. Leave it there for posterity. Leave it there for posterity. Leave it there as a footnote in history, a thank you letter to everybody that helped get everything to where it was, and leave it. That's how you do it. That's what I would advise some people to do. But let's continue.
Manosphere as a group. Black men ruined it. Kevin Samuels put everybody on when he got successful. When Kevin Samuels got successful, everybody looked for the Black Manosphere guys. Even the women became Black Manosphere creators. You know what I mean? Everybody knew us at that time. So how did he not put us on? He put everybody on. Everybody got more attention because of Kevin Samuels.
That's not putting them on, because nobody is directly associated with Kevin Samuels. No, there's no son of Kevin Samuels. There's no underling of Kevin Samuels. There's nobody that's a direct tutelage of Kevin Samuels. Stop. There's no family tree you can create from Kevin Samuels of who we put on. If you did a whole Black Manosphere tree of life and all the branches that sprung from the Kevin Samuels tree, there are no branches. There's nobody to spring from Kevin Samuels. Stop.
And that attention the Black Manosphere got at the time would have never gotten it if Kevin didn't go viral. And we just didn't do enough with it. Now, some guys like myself, I benefited, true. But Myron doesn't know what he's talking about. Myron wants to act like he is doing the right thing. He put people on. But he's the same person when you put Myron on, he calls you the F-bomb,
Listen, now you're conflating two different arguments. Myron has collaborated with a whole bunch of people. That's a fact. That is a fact. I would not have heard of Rollo Tomasi had it not been for Fresh and Fit. Had half those guys, them white dudes, I never heard of if it wouldn't been for them. I can't associate nobody with Kevin Samuels. Nobody. You think Fresh and Fit and say, okay, who do you think you can list a whole bunch of guys they've worked with. You've seen them on platforms with. There's no one Kevin has been. Let's not do this, O'Shea. Come on. You're bugging at this point, bro.
The F word that rhymes with maggot behind your back. He throws people under the bus. This acts all.
We don't care about slurs. We're not here for the slurs. Stick to the argument. Did Kevin put people on? No. Did Fresh and Fit put people on? Yes. We don't care for the racial slurs. We're not here for that. See what I'm saying? See how they kind of weave in their own little narratives and shit? We get it. You don't like these niggas. We get it, O'Shea. We get it. We see why you used Aberrant Preach as a proxy to go at Fresh and Fit, and it didn't work because they're still here for whatever reason.
the YouTube creators that don't deal with them anymore. Oh, well, I put on these people and Donovan put on. How can you insult somebody and lie on somebody when they pass away? Because you're a fraud, that's why. And that's why nobody likes you anyway. The thing is, Myron still hates Kevin Samuels.
Okay, he's not here to be liked. He's here to be watched. He's here to have his content consumed. He understands the mission. He understands the assignment. We're not here to be liked. No one cares about being liked, bruh. Get the fuck out of here, man.
To this day, the only reason why he can't go out on Kevin Samuels like he would the other people is because he would get too much backlash. But he wants to call Kevin Samuels all kinds of names. He hates Kevin Samuels. And he wants to say that the reason why Kevin Samuels didn't like him is because...
Hey, what power of law is that? Crush your enemies until they're nothing. Yes. When your enemies fall, crush them still. Crush their bones into dust. So the dust just blows away in the wind. No remembrance. Burn their clothes they died in. No remembrance. Go after their bloodline. No remembrance. That's how you do it. What is he talking about, man? Right? This man's daughter doesn't even hold up his legacy. This man's daughter does not even hold up his legacy. If Kevin was such a mover and shaker and had a profound effect, his own child was like, I don't want no parts of that. I wonder why. Law number 15, thank you. I appreciate it. Not fresh and slur. Oh no, that's funny. That is funny. We're almost over, y'all.
Alvin preach. No, Kevin Samuels didn't like you because you were a B. Yeah! So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson.
O'Shea, you're full of crap, bro. Revisionist history at best. Sorry. None of y'all are holding candlelight vigils every year on his passing. Matter of fact, where was O'Shea when we were trying to figure out who we thought killed the man? Right? We were looking up this nurse that doesn't seem to exist. No one can find this woman. We thought Dennis Sperling had an issue. Might have been there to line him up, and the Melanie King and the cousin or the brother came out and said one of his watches are missing. Somehow Dennis Sperling ended up with all the passcodes to his banking information. How come O'Shea ain't talking about all that shit? For all of us that hated him so much, we were legit trying to figure out this man did not die by natural causes. Who was this woman that was with him in the last moments of his life? Why does Dennis Sperling have access to his banking records? Why is one of his Rolexes missing? Why is Melanie King acting funny? How's she trying to call the man on the phone when she knows he's already dead? These are questions we were asking after his passing. Nigga, you didn't even go to his damn funeral. Fuck out of here. Go sit your ass down somewhere, bruh. Fuck out of here.